Hey guys, what's up? It's Emrys here, and today I'm going to be showing you the battles that got me to leaderboards for my local area, which is Australia. I think I'm about 160 at 4438. But for first, I need to mention a giveaway, which is a $20 iTunes or Google Play voucher, which is available once we reach 100 subscribers. All you have to do to enter is press the subscribe button down below. Yep, there I am, 162 4438. So that was the best battle by far. Here we go on our little 3-win streak. We'll just be watching these. I had lost 2 in a row at this stage. I was a little bit down. I was far more defensive with my playstyle. I didn't want to go too aggressive. I didn't want to lose another battle. I wanted to just try and stay positive. So here I just go for long goblin barrel to bait out the zap or the log. So on defense I can play the skeleton army with relative freedom, and I threw it long so I can get a little bit of chip damage if he misses that zap. So that princess is in a good spot. He plays minion horde, and then he plays a hog, meaning that my princess can't take it out, and so I have to go skeleton army here, and he chooses not to zap but just plays his own princess and then zap. So I got a little bit of an elixir lead here. I got a plus maybe 2 and a little bit of damage. He chips away with spear gobs again, and that's just giving me a massive elixir lead. I waste it basically on on a goblin barrel. Yeah. But I leave these because the other tower is his focus tower, and there's no point in making one tower have absolutely no HP on it, because he won't want his damage split, because he still has to get the equal amount of damage. So he goes to hog. I could have played skeleton army there. I was on hindsight, and here he goes and zap. So again, he's giving me another elixir lead. So I got a little bit of a damage lead. I got a plus 2 elixir lead though, and we're just coming into overtime, double elixir time in 20 seconds. He fireballs that princess. I got a goblin barrel on the tower, so that his over-leveled goblins don't just take it out before doing any value. So I play a mega minion here, and I think I've got the elixir advantage again once he plays his princess, I'm pretty sure. So I minor it. A little bit nervous that it would hit the tower, but then I just remember I make one play. I think it might be this one where he gets a lot of tower damage. But slowly and steadily I'm just controlling this game. I'm making it harder and harder for him to string together any pushes. So he plays poor goblins, and that's tower. But I'm just making it harder and harder for him to string together any offensive plays. So this was probably the tightest play of the game here. If he had zap there, that would have been tower. And yeah, with just 24 seconds left, this game is basically all but over. This game was sort of just a release. It wasn't a close game as such. It was just, your casual game where you had good plays, you had bad plays, you just learnt from it, got ready. And yeah, this was nothing like the last 2 games. The last game in particular was so tight. It was against one of the most disliked win conditions ever in the Royal Giant, and you guys know I win it, but just the way I won it was just so good. So we're playing against Fung, who was running the original trifecta but with arrows for poison, and so he misses a zap and he wastes a little bit of elixir and he pumps up, and I just fireball that, having nothing else to do. I don't have my miner in cycle. I don't have anything that can attack it except for the fireball. My fireball is 1 level higher, so it could probably give me a little bit more value on the tower and the pump. He just sets up with a musketeer. He's already got the trifecta going. He just cycles with skeletons. That makes me log, and then I just set up with an inferno. He does good arrows, and I don't want that musketeer to get too much value, so I go ahead and just skeleton army it. Here I go for goblin barrel, thinking he's out of elixir, literally knowing that he was just sitting on a Valkyrie, and that gave him a massive elixir lead. And so I had to play a mega minion here. And he chose to go basically all out, and I thought this was close enough game over if he could get a hog down, because I just had so little elixir and such a bad cycle. But he just chose to pump up. So he does a pump at the back, I think. Yeah, he plays skeletons to take out my princess and then pumps off. And again, I just don't want him doing that. Knowing that he has a relatively bad cycle, I play a miner on the pump and goes one skeleton and gets 2 hits, which is 150 damage, which is just nice chip. He's still got a massive elixir lead though, and I'm actually surprised I pulled this one back. If he had something like a freeze for arrows, I would be in a lot of trouble, because he can actually convert his elixir advantage without just having troops. Inferno Heal was just MVP, it did so much for me. I just didn't want that musketeer doing too much work, so I just fireballed it, and I was slowly clawing myself away. This was his big mistake here. He shouldn't have gone to pump up again. He just should have continued playing. He had his trifecta. He shouldn't have pumped up again and in that bad position. I didn't know he was going to pump up there. I was just doing something original. The prediction log. And I just go ahead and fireball almost all 3 of the trifecta, just 2. Set up an inferno, and at this point I was just feeling pretty confident. I was making sure I was defending more than I needed to, so there was no way he could get through. And at this point I felt like it was pretty much game over. It was a tight game in the sense that I knew that if I made a mistake it was game over. Here it got sort of tight. The hog, and I had to play some pretty tight defense, but I just ended up lobbing and fireballing, and that was game over for our second game in a row. And this last game is hands down one of the best, most exciting games I've played in a long time. It was so tight, the amount of defense was just really strong. So this guy was a level 10, and he had reasonably high level troops, but he had a couple of max cards, and so they provided really nice viable value. But as you can see, my card hand is just really, really poor. He liked to BM, and he did so quite freely, so I tried to split up here, and I did a little bit of damage, 1,000 on one side, but he has the biggest elixir advantage. I've practically seen this early on. He's probably got a plus 10 on me, plus 11. My pump's probably got 5 left, and he's got a massive plus on me. So he goes with a Royal Giant Minion Horde combo, and I'm so lucky that that princess was able to kite the minions away and minimize the damage done by tenfold. He goes with Scammy, just Unrage, and I just lock it back, and that gives me a little bit of the elixir back. He's got more tower damage, Leo to Vinci, and at this point I was just a little bit annoyed because I could just start to sense that I was gonna lose this again and just drop out and be 2 battles off leaderboards. He cycled back to an RG, and I just knew that this tower was gone. I couldn't defend it, and I just feel a commending sense of doom in here. I panicked, I didn't know what to do, didn't have a nice cycle. I left that Royal Giant on a tower, and it basically took it, but I knew that if I wanted to win the game, I was going to have to take risks. I was going to have to play my natural game. I played some bad mistakes here. I fireballed, but manageably, I managed to keep myself in a pretty tight elixir advantage. Here though, I knew he was going to go Royal Giant again, so I log, and I go with an Inferno, and then I go with a Skeleton Army. He plays Skeleton Army as well, and I thought that was basically getting that Skeleton Army would stop mine, and 211 health. And he's just laughing, thinking it's game over, but it's never game over until the final tower is taken. Yeah, that princess does nice value there, and he's just cycling to put another royal giant down. I see it, place an inferno, and we're back to basically game on, I guess. He's got 1500 health on me. He should just start zapping there. 3 zaps, he would have won. Look at this log value here. Look at this. Log gets the barbarians and the skeleton army, allowing basically full life goblins to do 1000 damage maybe. And I'm right back in this game, and it's very close. I know I have to defend. I send a clutch miner, him in hordes. I fireball, knowing that he probably doesn't have enough elixir. Place my inferno down premeditatively. So good game, and that's the log. And that, guys, is showing you that tower damage doesn't reflect everything. And that was just a really tight game. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, we'll currently keep on releasing new original content.